Welcome to the Dayton Business Spotlight, your source for what's now, what's new, and what's next in the Dayton business community. And now, here's your host, Phil Herzing.
Thanks for joining us for another edition of the Dayton Business Spotlight. You know that we love to bring stories to you of businesses that are using technology to improve the quality of life. And I am joined today by Tim Cross of Avada, Audiology, and Hearing Centers. And they have a very unique way of doing just that. Thanks for joining us, Tim.
Thanks for having me, Phil.
Tell us a little bit about Avada.
Well, Avada Audiology and Hearing Care was formed back in about 1999. There were some changes occurring in the industry. Digital technology was coming on the scene, and hearing aids were getting better and better, but people were a little skeptical, and we wanted to provide a way of making those solutions available to people where they could understand them and take full benefit of today's technology that was coming about.
Mm-hmm. How are the devices you use, the technology, and your service different from your competitors?
Some of the technology we've found in recent years that has been so exciting has been, for example, artificial intelligence. We hear about this in other industries, but in the hearing industry, technology exists where the devices can tell the difference between speech and other sounds, or even speech and speech babble, say in a restaurant, which is one of the greatest difficulties people have when they have hearing loss. In addition to that, we've come up with devices that are so discreet that people don't even know that they're being worn. And that is one of the resistance pieces that are things that people tend to kind of hold back on getting help, because they think of hearing instruments as being a bullseye saying, look at me, look what I've got. And now they're so discreet that people don't even see them. And they're so comfortable that people forget they're wearing them. Gotcha. One other development is Bluetooth technology. We've seen Bluetooth technology come out in a number of ways, and in the hearing industry, it allows us to connect people's hearing with the outside world, not just with what they hear audibly with people, but with devices such as television, cell phones. A few years back, cell phones were large and cumbersome. Now, fifth graders carry them to school. Grandma and Grandpa have them. Everyone has cell phones. And now, with this type of technology, the phone can ring, you hear it ring in both of your ears in stereo, and you have the world's smallest Bluetooth stereophonic headset. It's convenient, it's clear, it's practical, and it's easy enough for someone in their 90s to use without any difficulty. It's just great to be able to offer the best hearing and the best technology to people here in Dayton.
Now, Tim, before our interview, you were bragging about how excellent the people of Dayton are. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
I'd be glad to, Phil. One of the things that I'd like to share is that the people here in Dayton are just among the friendliest I've ever met, and I've lived in a number of places through my education career, and people here are so cordial. They're willing to help. They always want to help people, and that's what's so great about the people here. And they appreciate when you do a good job, and they're an encouraging people. Every place in the Miami Valley and the greater Dayton area, I've found that to be true.
Well, that's such a strong endorsement. Tell me what you like best about the Dayton area in general.
Well, I don't even have to hesitate to answer that. I just love the area here, the great outdoors. One of the things my kids grew up just loving was the Dayton Metro Parks. We just love going to the parks, and it's so nice to be able to get to all the things you need to as far as commercially, but then just to be just a matter of minutes away from the great outdoors, the waterways, the parks, the changing seasons. It's just awesome in this area, and I wouldn't live anyplace else.
Yeah, great. It's a great place to live. Well, thanks for joining us, Tim. And I'd like to thank you for joining us for another edition of the Dayton Business Spotlight. We have so many different types of companies here that make Dayton a special place, and we are using the best technology that's available and the highest standards of customer service. And Dayton, frankly, is one of the best places you'll ever find to live. So please check out our other videos to see what other people have to say on the same subject.